Oh, wait, no.
Oh.
Welcome to the next issue
podcast. Please enjoy
the show. Woo! Here we go.
Josh, are you good?
No, I'm fine. It was so quiet. There was a long pause, and then I was like, "No, wait!" And then it unintentionally timed it perfectly. So,
Okay.
sorry.
Welcome everyone to the Next Issue podcast. As you can see, this episode is going to be a little chaotic. Hold on, let me
see what happens when you start early.
Yeah.
We're just
There we go.
We're all off.
Now everybody's kind of looking in the right direction, I feel.
It's like the
Clay was
Brady
looking
Bunch.
this way. Yeah. Like Alice. Where's Alice?
Where's our Alice?
We can't afford an Alice, guys. Don't be silly. That's why people need to join our Patreon.
So we can afford an Alice?
So we can afford an Alice. Okay, we got a big show. I love that my pitch for this show was like, we could just hang out, and then we come this morning, and there's a lot to talk about. So let me give you a quick teaser of things coming up so you can stay tuned and don't leave. First of all, we're going to do a brief segment on discussing the Oscar Best Picture race because that's happening this weekend. And as you guys know, we're all movie connoisseurs.
Which Fast and Furious is up for an Oscar?
Well, there is a movie with an F and a 1, but it's not Fast and Furious. But it is about cars. So we'll talk about that.
Fantastic Four?
Yeah, Fantastic Four 1. We're also going to touch real quick, a brief look at our hype level for the DC Next Level comics that are coming out starting next week. And then Clay has thrown himself at the mercy of the court. Can a comic book made with AI be ethical? Stay tuned for that. We'll see.
I guarantee I'm going to get a unanimous agreement from everyone here that yes, they would buy an ethical AI comic.
Do you have mice in your pocket? Who's here? Where is here?
I mean, really, it's not a matter of if, it's when. People are going to make these. Yeah. We need to set the standard, and I believe I've come up with a standard.
The audience did not like that. They don't like,
yeah, I don't.
They don't like. They don't like.
Who this man?
I am even more intrigued now because I am so anti-AI. It's not even funny. Like to the point that my wife mocks me for it. So,
I'm like, is the AI going to kill all the other AI? Because that's the other only like. I'm like.
Well, I mean, I experimented with it so I'm coming with some things that I saw and it's pretty wild. Like just local AI agents running on your computer, not accessing the internet, can still like just take over shit.
Did you guys see the headline where the AI got bored or it didn't know what to do, so it started mining Bitcoin?
That's what a lot of people that are bored do. So I mean, I guess.
So by Danny's assessment, it's becoming more human-like.
Has it gained sentience?
When it starts a podcast is when it's really alive.
Is that like double the water usage? Because isn't mining Bitcoin using a lot of
right? My theory was I'm only okay with it if the AI agent realized how much energy it was consuming, and so it decided to start mining Bitcoin to pay for the energy usage it's using, and it just becomes this Ouroboros eating its own tail, you know. So
yeah. I want it to be that video of that when they program the robot to do menial work like moving stuff around, and it decides just to like kill itself instead. Like it just gives up,
just lays down.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we're going to catch up on a lot of comic books. Now, you guys see me and Jeff a lot on Sundays talk about comics. So we're going to give Josh and Clay a chance to catch up. And then we'll talk about some stuff not just comics, movies, books. What? Daniel's reading books again? Stop that man.
Love it. Don't stop them. Keep doing it. Keep doing it.
Yes.
Draw pictures in the margins if you need to, but keep doing it.
Well, it's hard to
And then
do it
burn
on an
them.
audiobook. Yeah. It's harder to draw on an audiobook, but the one thing I do want to really quickly plug, and if you haven't been to your shop this week, I recommend, guys.
It's on my pull list. I'm really excited about this. Is it
There
good?
is a new comics magazine, Comics the Magazine. So it tells you
Exclamation
everything.
mark.
We haven't had one of these since Wizard.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. That don't fact check me on that.
Is a comics journal still coming out?
It's $2.99.
It's $2.99. Yeah, sorry, Jeff. What was your question?
Is the comics journal still a thing?
Well, after a very long hiatus, which is ironic because I subscribed to it and then it went on hiatus for like 8 years. So I got one issue. It has come back. It's in a very different form and it's kind of hit or miss. Like, but it is supposedly back. But it was gone for a long time. So
Okay.
If for any reason you want to pick this up, not only this really cool cover, actually, if you enjoy the comic series Chew, you guys remember that series from Image? It's continuing on the pages of Comics the Magazine.
Really?
So if that's enticing enough. Now, I'm not a big fan of Chew because I found it very disgusting. So that's not why I picked it up.
So you're saying you don't want to play in the RPG version of Chew that is a real thing? And I'm sure the mechanic is chewing.
No. Also,
it's like the mukbang, like tabletop.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to play it on air. Then we need to play a
I still haven't bought it yet, but there I know poor Danny. It's fairly new, and I was at the game store, and the accessories include a dice bowl, like a cup that you use to throw up. It looks like a KFC bucket, and I'm like, this is amazing. So.
And
also,
a coupon to Uber Eats.
I may or may not know from the internet one of the people that puts this magazine together, and they've asked me if I have a pitch. So maybe we'll have a show and like, can we pitch something to Comics and Magazine?
That would be awesome.
I'm waiting for that.
Is it good? Because I was super hyped when I saw it announced.
I haven't dove into it because I just picked it up on Thursday and I haven't had a chance. I've been catching up on other stuff. Also, it's only available physically, so like I have to read it where I have it. I think at least for now, I haven't really looked. So yeah, I recommend it. I will be going over to Zeus later today probably because they're having a signing with some Ignition Press creators.
That is today. Shit,
that is today. That yeah. Because. So that's gonna be 2 weeks in a row of me going out to Zeus because I was there last week playing cards with Josh. Well, not there, but right across the
next door.
Yeah. Common grounds.
Yeah. So if you guys don't have any, let me know. If they have some, I'll buy some extra ones for you guys.
All right, cool.
Okay, let's get into it. Who wants to go first with their stuff? Just let's start with catching up things, then we'll get into some of the. We'll sprinkle in some of the hot topics in between all this stuff to keep the viewers engaged.
Hot topics.
But who wants to kick us off? Because a little inside baseball, there's no notes on our notes document.
Yeah. So, I jumped in this morning and I was like, oh man, I'm the only one that didn't submit. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, good.
I just thought we were freestyling, so it's like
we are.
About what we were doing.
It's nice to have some structure of like how many things we want to talk about. The other bit of inside baseball is today would have been a really cool day to do a Project Hail Mary book review, but my co-host decided not to read the book, so I guess we're just gonna have to put that on hold.
I started it and didn't finish it. I will admit that.
Did you not finish it because you got bored or just?
Well, I mean, the trailers kind of spoil a lot of the book because of what you see. Like, there's a lot of the book that you're reading before you even get to the parts that you see in the trailer. So it's like true. you kind of understand what's going to happen, but it opens up so well. Like the beginning of the book and how everything starts is amazing. So then it gets to give you the backstory, which works in the book. So I'm curious. It really, I hate the way they're advertising it because it really is kind of ruining it, but it makes it look like, hey, we have this hopeful movie that you'll go to the theater and see.
Yeah.
Well, my hope is that we can all go to the theater and then we can do a full show about it. So yeah, I think I haven't been to the theater since January. So like I'm itching to go back.
My plan is to go see it in the theater, but listen to the audiobook while watching the movie. I think it should sync up pretty
You're
well.
gonna have
Please do it on a Bluetooth speaker so everyone can enjoy.
Jeff's gonna be the guy complaining to the manager. Can we turn the audio down? So I can listen to the audiobook.
Are you gonna, because so the book is about 16 hours long, so are you gonna fast forward, like speed through the book, or are you gonna get multiple times?
Speed.
Yeah,
are you gonna
15 speed?
15 speed.
It's gonna sound like a chipmunk is reading it.
Yep, perfect.
That might be too much. We need a scientist to tell us how fast.
I mean, alternatively, you could play it on 1 speed, but just take ayahuasca before you go in, and time slows down.
It's more of an interstellar move.
Take that drug from Dread.
Yeah. Oh,
Lobo.
Perfect. That's good. That's good. Yeah. I want to go see it. The problem is everything I've been reading online about the new experience at Alamo is balls up terrible. So
no, I will say, I guess we could. I mean, I understand that Alamo pampered us, but there was times where we would just go to a movie and sit down. Like I don't have to eat a whole roast chicken when I go watch a movie. I feel like you know, like it's nice. It's nice to have the option, but I could just go to the movies to watch a movie. I don't think I'll die in 2 hours.
As somebody who has canceled their Alamo draft pass, and now I'm back in the world of other movie theaters. AMC is confusing. They do need to kind of scale back their, like, because they're like, this is the Dolby screening, this is the dine in and eat screening, this is the your left-handed part of your seat dips a little bit screening, this is the screening that you can, like, they have like all these different screenings, and I'm just like, no. Well, why are you making it so complex? Just like
because they have 30 screens to fill. That's the closest theater to me. They have 30 screens, and it's AMC.
AMC 30.
So you have like all these showings, and you have to find the right one, so you're not in a screening with a bunch of screaming kids. That it's okay because it's a Mother's Day out thing.
So,
every time I go to there, I'm just like, I just want to watch the movie. How hard? Like
this week too, so kids are gonna be out and about at the theater.
Spring break.
Yeah, well, that is true. Yeah,
maybe that is the safe choice to do Alamo, because after 6:30 there are some screenings where they don't allow kids. So I think that's still a thing. I don't think that's part of the mandate.
I don't know if it is. Like, and then one commenter online was like, I find it insulting they still have the put your phones away when you have to get your phone out to fucking order. Like, it's like, what are we doing here? So I don't know.
Gaslighting you. They're still gaslighting you.
Right.
Corporate life, running businesses they don't know how to run. I mean, that's where we're at. Private equity owning everything and just telling them, like, we know how to run that local theater. We know what the kids like.
Stay tuned for our episode on Dark Horse Comics being bought out by a private equity firm. So
oh boy, it's just going to be such a shit fest. I mean, really, we should just do a history on Dark Horse to say, like, if you love manga and anime, it really was a push by Dark Horse to get it into America at the time. So really thank Mike Richardson for that.
That's right. Okay, well, let's talk about comics that we're reading now, or anything. It doesn't have to be comics, books, movies, whatever. So who wants to kick it off? Don't make me call you out. Don't make me call you.
I'll go, because I'm behind. I have an old giant stack here of things that I haven't fully gone through yet, but I did want to shout out a few things I have read recently. The first thing is, these first two are things everyone knows I'm a fan of. So the EC Revival, which there is an amazing Humble Bundle up right now that gets you almost everything they put out in just plain Jane PDF. So I will be getting that soon. But Cruel Universe Volume 2, which is very confusing. Volume 2, Issue 7 came out recently. And I just want to call it out because there is a story in here written by, let me double check. Yeah, written by Amy Roy called Artificial Insanity. It is an absolutely amazing take on AI. To go back to AI, it is this really interesting story where and I think in terms of classic EC storytelling, in just short form storytelling and just like 8 pages, if that, maybe 7 pages, to get through this very in-depth moral satire. In short, what happens is there is a guy who loves, he's like the nerd in school. He loves inventing things. And his bully from high school becomes a best-selling author when they become adults. And he has dedicated his life to technology. So he decides he's going to get his revenge by proving that his AI can write a novel just as good. He succeeds. And then shit hits the fan because his AI starts taking over beyond his capability. And one thing I just want to point out that this does, I don't want to spoil the whole thing, but the art early on is just, sort of full color, right? As the AI takes over, the art becomes increasingly monochromatic. Because like everything is being dominated by this AI generated slop. It is a fantastic story. It's really good. Highly recommend.
People have extra fingers later on in the panels and stuff like that.
I do think they make a joke about that. I have to go back and look. Actually, hang on. I feel like there is a point where there are extra fingers.
I just want a good video of Will Smith eating spaghetti. That's all I want.
and then spinning around and turning into spaghetti. So
yeah. Spaghetti.
Sorry, Clay, go ahead.
Media. Cool. Yeah, I love Cruel Universe, and that Humble Bundle is excellent. So
it is excellent. Do you want me to do a few? Or
yeah, go ahead. Keep going.
I continue to be impressed with Titan Comics partnership with Heroic Signatures doing all the Robert E. Howard stuff. And the most recent issue of Savage Sword of Conan is, how do I say this? It's really fun. I'm not going to say it's the best issue, but what I suddenly realized about it was, and this is a canard I bring up a lot on the show, that is, I bemoan the fact that the comics industry today is in such a state that you can't just randomly pick an issue up without any prior knowledge and just enjoy it. This exists to do that. You could hand this to anyone who's like, I've heard about Conan. Is it interesting? And you don't need the back 4 issues of that story arc. You're just like, here, go read this. It has 3 self-contained stories, pinups, other cool shit, right? And I just love that Titan has brought this back. It's all in black and white. The art and this one in the main story, I gotta find who did it. Gabriel Rodriguez is just phenomenal. The art is so good. And I hadn't seen this artist do Conan stuff before. Anyway, really good. Just again, if you're out and about and you're just like, I'm gonna pop into a comic store. I used to like these as a kid. And you're walking around going like, oh my God, everything has like part 4 of 8 on the cover. And, oh, this ties into this. Like, I just want to read a fucking comic, right? Savage Sword of Conan's there for you. So, just go ahead.
I was going to ask you, do you get into other like barbarian stuff outside of Conan? Like, are you into like barbaric or headlopper or any of that other kind of like?
I'm really not. The closest is Babs, mainly just because I love the satire in it and the humor. And I think the thing with me is I'm not a big barbarian fan. I'm a big that universe fan, right? Okay. So I like the way that Howard structured it. So now I could just be missing out. So open to recommendations, please.
I mean that book we read, what was it, the the Barbarian from Hanna-Barbera, by Jason Aaron. What's his name?
Yeah, Thundar the Barbarian.
Thundar.
Thundar the Barbarian.
book.
That is really good.
Once the
But
volume is out, I'll definitely read it.
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
yeah.
Same. I actually, it's on my pull list, I think, this week to get issued.
I do like that Josh reading both Babs and Conan is kind of like the guy that loves both Scream and Scary Movie at the same time.
That is the perfect description. That is so good. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I had been trying to get my daughter to read Babs because I think she will love it because it's just so funny and so on point. That's the thing I love. It's not just funny for funny's sake, right? It's funny with a purpose, and I love when Garth Ennis does that. So,
it's Garth Ennis.
It is, yeah.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it is. Oh man, it is
That's
so
the seller.
good. It is so good. Yeah, it's great.
Now, Hazel, don't listen to your dad. Continue reading Batman. There's so much. There's so much.
She is all caught up on the boys, ready for the final season.
Whoa!
Until her friend told her she had to watch whatever the spinoff show is. Yeah, and she's like, "Damn it, I gotta like blaze through that before the new season starts." So,
nice.
And then I'll just do 2 more real quick. I asked before the show, before you jumped on, Jeff. So I know you brought this up briefly, but this is Fantastic Four number 8. Sorry, number 8. I don't want to spoil anything about this, but they've been setting up a story where Sue Storm is critically important. And at the end of the last issue, our favorite first family has traveled in space because they received a warning message from Galactus asking for help, which, if Galactus is asking for help, shit is bad. And this issue, you get a backstory to Sue Storm that is one of the darkest things I've ever read. It is so grim that by the end of it, I was like, I am deeply worried about what's going to happen in this. The only thing that kind of leavens it a little bit is her very 90s style costume, which I did not get that cover because I found it laughable. And then it's like the big splash page at the end. So I don't know, Jeff, I know you're reading this month to month. Did this issue hit you the same way, or?
Yeah, oh, definitely. And I showed a little bit to Daniel last week. The thing that I picked up on it is I'm like, Marvel, there's a body horror thing that is happening in comics right now that is like making its way through. Like, Absolute Batman has been fighting Poison Ivy, and the Absolute version of Poison Ivy has more than just plants. It's like bird DNA and animal.
Wow.
And so like the person it's not Nick Dragotta that's drawing the comic right now. It's this other artist,
Eric Caratu. Yeah,
Eric Caratu, and it is fantastically gross. It is disgusting watching that Poison Ivy. Bleeding Hearts also is disgusting. Dungeons of Doom is disgusting. Like, there are so many like disgusting body horror comics out right now, and there's an image of Sue Storm in that issue where I'm just like, oh my god, why are they doing that? Like, ugh.
And it comes out of nowhere, just like the next panel. Like, oh,
yeah,
geez. Yeah.
Is she becoming Malice?
It's like a version of Malice.
See, I don't even know who that is. So.
Me neither.
Yeah, back in the Byrne days, he wrote an evil version of Sue that took over. I mean, he was the one who really showed Sue could just wreck the FF. Like, she's the strongest member. So,
that is where this is going. This is very much the penultimate version of Sue Storm's abilities, but taken to, I think, the darkest psychological area.
Yeah, she wears like a bondage costume. So it's
that's okay. Look, I mean, it was on the cover. It's not really going to spoil anything.
It's funny too, because you can also buy that skin in Marvel Rivals to play as Malice.
Yeah, it's a very Malice heavy costume. Yeah, it's not quite the same as the Malice costume, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Well, that explains more why it looks like it was designed by every Image second tier artist in the 90s. Now, the last thing I'll say, and this is a hot take, you guys. You guys know I was kind of lukewarm on Zdarsky's Cap run in that first arc.
Oh, yeah.
And then when this Doom Shadow dropped, and I read the first issue of Dungeons of Doom, which is by somebody else. And
like 3 different people. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah. And then I started reading this. Last issue I quite liked. And I thought, oh, maybe it's taking a turn. I am so not into this. And it bugs the shit out of me because I love the concept. I love the idea that like Doom took over the world and is now gone. And this is everything happening in the wake of that. But there's something about Zdarsky's run that is very...
It's a little slow burn, and it's weirdly not focusing much on Cap. Like, Cap is like not the central figure. There is no real the central figure is Latveria, I guess.
Right. And oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying, it's just how Steve Rogers' Cap is kind of reacting to that.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm enjoying it. But it is weird to see that this version of Captain America that seems kind of unsure of himself, a little unsure of his setting. And I'm like, but you've been an Avenger for like 25 years now. Like, what do you get in there and do something like?
And I guess here's the thing that bugs me. If I take the Zdarsky run so far, and I just take the bullet points of it and I list them out, it screams I will love this book, right? So like the first story arc is a newly revived Cap in the 90s, right? Like it's like shortly after he's been unfrozen, he's still trying to find his way. It deals with like the Gulf War, and then I think the thing about the Zdarsky run, and I don't have a problem with this fundamentally. I love like gritty, grounded political thrillers. Like I love Winter Soldier. I love the Disney Plus series, right, with Cap and Bucky. This just feels so in your face, grounded and unfun that I'm just not finding a hook. There's just nothing keeping me there, right? And it just bums me out.
It probably didn't help that real America is in the middle of a quagmire.
True.
Like
that's a really good point. Yeah, it could be like maybe in like 25 years I'll revisit this storyline and love it. Like that's completely fair. So
if we still have
with your mutated third arm after we've gone through the nuclear,
which would be great because it can hold the book open for me while I drink coffee. So.
I like Josh's optimism that books will still be a thing.
Hey man, I gotta lean on something, you know. So
is that the book you're gonna learn so you can pass it on to the next generation?
Right, exactly. And then Thunderbolt as Hulk hits the ground. And yeah, like, no, this makes no sense.
Thunderclap.
Yeah.
Like in that movie, what is it? The one about the dragons, Reign of Dragons.
Oh yeah, Reign of Fire.
Where they
yeah.
sit down to tell them Star Wars to the kids, like they reenact Star Wars.
I love it.
Cool. All right, Clay, you pulled out a big book, so why don't you tell us a little bit about it? Oh my goodness, that's colorful.
Yes,
is that Daniel Klaus?
Dan Klaus. And as colorful it is, it's a really dark story. But it's really good though because it just starts off immediately. It goes, what would you do for the love of your life? Would you travel through time to save her? And he does. And what are the consequences in a Dan Klaus type story? So it always has those weird consequences. And I love his style on just sci-fi stuff. You know, it's not intricate. It's just very simple, you know, like his little machine that he needs. And that's all. It doesn't look like super, you know, it just looks like an iPhone with something on top of it. You know, I just love his take on people because he has this couple that meet, something tragic happens to her. he finds a way to travel through time to save her. But then what are the consequences of traveling through time? What are the consequences? Like, and then when he gets there, like, then suddenly he's meeting a person before she is the person that he would meet. So there's just like so many like different levels to this story that I love. The sci-fi level is cool, but it's really just about this guy doing whatever he can and what it does to him to kind of like save himself because this woman meant so much to him. It's just really a great Dan Klaus. I hope we could do a book club.
Yeah, I'm gonna add it to the list because that's one I'd never heard of. So actually, I'm gonna type that up right now.
Yeah, this with Monica back to back, just so good. Like Monica, just an entire like lifetime of a character in one story. Man. Yeah,
that also goes off the rails. I love it.
Yeah. You have cults, you have other stuff. Like no one really has this simple life. Like Dan Klaus like paints this story of people like he's. Like if you see like John Hughes type films as stories of like the upper middle class, Dan Klaus definitely tells the story of the lower, the lower middle class. The people he has, are on the fringes of society. It's just so good.
It's a very different Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. But that's really been the main thing, just because like that was right after Zero, like flicked my eyes.
And a little bit of Marvel Rivals, which you can check out some gameplay on the channel.
Yes, I will try to get back to some Marvel Rivals. I did play some more with Jason, so that was really cool.
Who you maining right now?
Right now, I'm maining Cloak and Dagger because people.
You can do both at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah. You play as Dagger. Dagger does heals and she throws shield health bubbles.
Okay.
But like if you use her really well, you can get a lot of really good kills. So if you can be good support. If you're great support, that's what everyone needs. So I try to play that. But then I also just like to kill people a lot. So when I run out, like if I've protected everyone, I'll just start like trying to just kill everyone as possible because. If you can kill more people than your like DPS, then I usually will be critical of those people and be like, "Well, what are you doing? You can't. Your healer shouldn't have more kills than you." Period.
That's true.
Go practice on AI, kid.
Oh God, don't ever play an online shooter with me because I will be that person. You're like, we got the tank over here, just not doing anything. He's just running around screaming, "What do I do? What do I do?" So
we actually have a little bit of footage of Josh playing video games.
Accurate.
It's hard to move the controller when your hands are up here boogieing.
Not with Joy-Cons.
He's playing with an old Wii, and he's just like.
Very true. Very, very true.
Very nice. Jeff, do you have anything you want to highlight? I know we like I said, we've been catching up on a bunch of stuff, but I don't know if there's any highlights that you want to tell Josh and Clay about.
Real quick, I just had a few.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I was just trying to present, so I was trying to add this to the stage.
I didn't see it.
Yeah.
With the best.
Yeah. I had to redo a pegboard out in my garage, and so I just filled it with Ed McGuinness art.
Ooh,
nice.
So it's sturdy.
Huh?
So it's sturdy.
Yeah.
Big bulky.
Yeah. Right. So then I got it mounted up in my garage, and I don't know. I just like to do some fun stuff with some of the art that I have laying around.
Is that a Silver Surfer?
Yeah.
He's riding the half pipe, so he's
he's X-gaming's it out there.
Yeah. This is some winter sports leftover friend Clay.
Yeah, and then those little things came like with the X-Men movie back in the day. I can't remember what they were.
Okay,
like little hologram things.
How big is this? What's the scale? I can't pinpoint anything that'll tell me.
I don't know.
Oh, I see the measuring tape. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I was trying to figure out how big that statue thing was. The silver.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, they're like the 12-inch, Toy Biz figures.
Okay.
They had back in the day. I made my RPG character.
Hold on, let me put us back. on.
Oh yeah, drop that.
There we go.
Let's see.
Hello.
Nice.
Oh.
Excellent.
I just made a couple of blockhead versions of my RPG character because I've just been in this making mode of stuff, and so I just had a bunch of Legos laying around, so I was like starting to put it together, and now it's like inspired me to kind of fix my 3D printer to see if I could print an action figure of my own character.
For those not aware, Clay lives in a toy store.
He's like Roof Man.
Yes.
But,
I'm Roof Man, but I'm just not stealing anything.
yeah.
Just hanging out. Just
like
hanging
it's
out.
all my
with
own
friends.
stuff.
Yeah, but then that's it. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Sorry, I should have asked before.
Oh, that's okay.
All right, Jeff. Anything you want to highlight before we take our first? Well, I guess I'll do something and then take our first people's break.
I don't really have much because we've been doing the Sunday show, so I've been sharing along with. I will say I was sick a couple of weeks ago, and
I'm glad you're finally better.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah, it's been like a month, and even now, like my throat's still kind of scratchy at times. All this other
That's
stuff.
probably from the weather change. It's been abrupt here in North Texas.
Oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, it's been and I'm sure my immune system's like, you know what? Deal with it. I'm done with you. Deal with it on your own.
Bundle up in the morning, but make sure you take everything off by the mid-afternoon because it will be hot.
Yeah, exactly. I went to I found some comfort. You go back and you find your comfort television while you're sick, whatever it is. Comfort YouTube now, I guess. And one of the things I've really gotten into is watching Gen Z kids watch Michael Jordan videos for the first time, because they're all like LeBron fans, and they're all like Steph Curry's the best. They're all, they're like the current day. They're all like, Jordan didn't play against anybody. Jordan is terrible. Jordan is like, there's no way Jordan's the GOAT. And then they sit down and they'll watch like a 50 greatest Jordan highlights video or something along those lines, and you watch them become fans of Michael Jordan just over the course of like it usually happens within the first 3 minutes of the video.
I want to see these kids' parents. Where are these kids' parents during this?
They're working multiple jobs, Clay. All right, leave them alone.
Yeah, it's a rough economy out there.
Here's a clip of one of those kids discovering Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that. I hear a lot. My brother tells me he watches a lot of people watching shows for the first time, and I'm like, I don't understand. I don't like. That's not super appealing to me. But then Jimmy Kimmel did those videos of like kids finding out Darth Vader's secret in Empire.
Yeah.
And they were like, they're mine.
It's real fun. I love watching watch along. Like they became super popular during the pandemic, where people were like, I've never seen Star Wars. I'm going to watch Star Wars. And so you're watching all these people discover Star Wars for the first time, which is real fun. And that kicked off a whole genre of people watching old movies that they'd never seen. And now people do it with like music, where they're listening to like Aretha Franklin for the first time or whatever. And it's just fun watching all these people like discover this stuff like in real time. So
I love those music channels, because really seeing people like, typically I get a lot of like, listening to Steely Dan for the first time, and they judge them by what they look like, and then hear their music, and they're like,
and then they learn what Steely Dan means.
I'm still Googling
look that one up, kid.
So give me a second to catch up. I guess
the other thing,
that assumption is a canard itself, right? Of the sorry, Chip, go ahead.
I was gonna say the other thing I saw, and I was gonna drop links, but I wasn't sure about the
copyright.
The copyright stuff. I think we would have been okay, but whatever. Did anybody watch the Chipmunk Adventure movie that came out in like the late 80s?
Oh,
or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely.
The three chipmunks. It's an animated movie.
Beautifully animated.
Yeah, great. It's a beautiful movie. The three Chipettes go on a world adventure via hot air balloon. And it's just like a musical animated movie. I loved it as a kid. It's
Same.
Beloved. There's a great song in it called "The Boys and Girls of Rock and Roll."
Yeah.
It is such an earworm for a Chipmunk song. And YouTube was like, hey, you watched this song a million years ago, look at it again. So I watched it again. And then what I found where there are people that have done their own music videos to it, where it's like live action, they are just up there singing along, lip syncing to it. And I'm like, oh, I'm not the only one that is weirdly obsessed with this song. So that was entertaining watching people sing along to this song. I will show you guys this at some point. Maybe we'll drop links or something in the thing, but it's pretty entertaining.
I had to go back and look. I am pretty sure it got an exclusive vinyl release, the soundtrack.
Really?
And I'm trying to find it. Yeah. I seem to recall.
I see it. There's one.
You see
here. It? Yeah. The Chipmunk and the Chipmunk Adventure is $225. Jesus.
Oh, whoa. I'm on the same thing. That looks OG. That looks like the original one. I feel like there's a site I follow, and I'm blanking on the name of it now, but they will re-release exactly stuff like this. Like they will, yeah.
You can also do it as low as $39.04 monthly with Klarna.
Klarna.
So if you don't have enough debt in your life. Very cool. Anything else for now, Jeff? We'll come back. All right. I want to highlight a couple things. So a few months ago, Josh gave us a little life hack for the library, and that's really allowed me to just dive into a lot more audiobooks. And because I've been going to the office a little bit more, I use that time. So I'm behind on my podcast now forever, but I've got a bunch of books, and I want to recommend two things that I read really quickly. The first one is this one, Star Wars Bloodline by Claudia Gray.
She writes a lot of Star Wars.
Yeah, she's fantastic. This is before, so this came out, I guess following The Force Awakens. They wanted to kind of fill in some of that backstory, and it follows her as a senator, and it really goes into like how the First Order kind of came about, or like seeds of it, and but also like what happened to Leia's political career. It's really, really well done. I don't have the name of the narrator.
Her space emails.
Yeah, listen. If we're learning anything, is that George Lucas was right to focus on taxation, trade, like and all tariffs. Banking,
tariffs.
We apologize, George Lucas. Well, not me. I always believed in you, but people that didn't understand how important that was. So. Like Captain Holt would say, vindication. So yeah, go check that out. The audiobook is great. You can borrow it from your local library. I did have to wait a little bit. Like there was maybe like a week. Like there's holds on it. So I'm glad.
Does that make Lindsey Graham the Jar Jar Binks of our reality?
Yes.
Well, based on that recent Jar Jar comic, it feels like Jar Jar is more competent than a lot of the people currently in politics. I would say no.
Lindsey Graham is the Salacious Crumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Book,
I like Jar Jar.
Yeah, me too.
Lindsey Graham is a taint of a human being.
What's the whose job is
Bib Fortuna?
Yeah, Bib Fortuna. Bib Fortuna is the
JD Vance.
Well, I was gonna say that.
Sorry, I'm just kind of mapping this out for everyone.
JD, hold on, wait. What do we got this? Hold on.
I want to learn Hotese. Especially so I can understand what Jeremy Allen White is saying in the new movie with the Mandalorian.
What a weird casting.
Hey, you know that little guy from The Bear? What if we make him this jacked up slug?
He's never done voice work? Let's just put him to voice work. Let's not hire a pro.
Yeah,
It's just the same stuff he says in The Bear, but in Hades, where he's just like, "Get off the line! Get off the line! Go home, chef."
All right, before we get lost in this Star Wars train, I want to also recommend another book, and maybe you guys have heard of it. This is called Vicious by V.E. Schwab. It's from it's the first book in the Villain series. So if you're looking for something that's like adjacent to superheroes, this is great. Somebody recommended it to me because I mentioned to them that I like superhero comics. The book follows two brilliant college roommates who discover that there are experiences in the world that can grant them superpowers, and then they kind of turn on each other. So very similar to what's that movie?
Chronicle.
Thank you. Yeah. So I mean, it's a similar premise in the
Snow
fact
White.
that they gain powers, but this is very different. Yeah, Snow White. It's really good. I'm like a quarter of the way through this, and it's really fun. You kind of go back and forth between the present and 10 years prior. And I think this author also did The Invisible Life of Addie Lore. If you guys have read that.
Yeah, that's the one I have
same
somewhere.
person.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they recommended this because of that. Because I like superhero stuff. So, okay.
I have a quick book, if I may.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
I told you guys about this in chat, but I just finished a book that is the first in a new, oh my God, I got hiccups. A new line.
If an alien comes out of Josh's mouth in a second, like,
it's
just a Spielberg promotion for his new movie.
Yeah, true. Anyway, it's here. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. It is a book. I think the first book in a new series, put out by Bloomsbury Academic, but in conjunction with Marvel.
Oh,
and it is. I'm trying to find it. There we go. It is this great book by Paul Cornell called The Mighty Avengers versus the 1970s.
Yes.
I love Paul Cornell. He's written a bunch of like Doctor Who novels. He's written some comics as well. And he's British. So he's kind of talking about this from the perspective of like in the 70s is kind of this moment where Marvel was actively trying to get into the British comics market. And so these Avengers comics were coming over, but it's a great deep dive into all of the writers from 1970 to 1979 that wrote the Avengers. And he actually has a lot of positive things to say about Jim Shooter, which I was not expecting. So that was quite nice.
Oh man,
yeah, I know. The thing,
I still say he's good. He's the best editor in chief Marvel's ever had.
Well, and it's funny you say that, because what I didn't realize, and I've read like multiple books on the history of Marvel, but it never really clicked until I read this one, is that after Stan Lee stepped away as editor in chief, which is, I want to say like around 72 or so, they blew through 4 editors in chief in like 2 years. Just
Roy
like
Thomas,
constant turnover. Yeah, it was Roy Thomas. Archie Goodwin was in there somewhere.
How do you lose Archie Goodwin?
I know, but it was, I mean, they were just blasting through EICs. Anyway, it's not super long. It's like maybe about 100 pages. So it's a super quick read. I'm going to scroll to the end just to point out, these are the other books in this first wave. There's a book on Doctor Strange I want to read. There's this great book by Chris Ryall just on Daredevil Born Again, and then a really great overview of Miles Morales. So I plan to kind of pick all these up. I bought this one as an ebook, but I kind of want to buy them physically. Anyway, so yeah, just a really fun kind of like they're, as an academic, as I push my glasses up, they're kind of academic light. They're not like super crunchy, wonky academic books. It's very legible. At least Cornell's was. So
I love that Josh's premise is like, how do I make comic books nerdier? Let's talk about
that. Has been my premise since going to grad school. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Real quick, in between the stuff, and then we're gonna start preparing the court. While the court gets prepared,
Where's my
the-
barrister wig? I
Yeah,
really want
do
one.
need
Dude.
one. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
this week, the Oscars are happening. Now, I don't know how many of the best pictures you guys have seen. We'll find out in a second. Logging onto my letterbox now.
Only Freddie got fingered.
Oh, I didn't realize they re-released that. So this is
It was actually on Criterion Channel last year, and which is one of my favorite things ever.
Yes.
This is the list of 10 Best Picture nominees.
God, I think I've only seen one of them.
As you can see, I've only seen 5 of them.
Humble brag.
I want you to let me know what you think your pick is going to be. So we have Hamnet, Sinners, Train Dreams, which I think only came out on Netflix. I guess it came out at theater somewhere. The Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's, Sentimental Value, Begonia, which you can watch on Peacock, F1, which you can watch on Apple, along with the actual F1 now. I didn't realize that they had switched over. Secret Agent, I believe this is a foreign film, so I haven't seen that yet. One Battle After Another, which we've discussed plenty on this show when we had our best movies. And Marty Supreme, which did the comments recently by Chalamet, cost him the Oscar. I don't know. Yeah. I think the votes were actually locked in before that. Lucky for him.
What did he say? I couldn't miss this.
He shit on ballet and the arts. That
he was trying to make a point of how inaccessible it was to like regular people, but he probably didn't say it in the best way. And then
Timothy Chalamet didn't say it in the best way.
Yeah, he's a regular.
Yeah, I really go to him for regular people voice.
Me too. We do have to throw it to our movie correspondent real quick before we get our picks. So start thinking about your picks while we hear from our correspondent.
You know, my favorite thing about the movie is like it feels like a movie. It feels like a real go to the theater film movie that you kind of the reason why you go to watch something on the big screen.
So our correspondent is actually Chris Pine. So unfortunately, there's other blowhard didn't let him get in a word. So
the real correspondent's Chris Pine's neck muscles. It's doing all the work there.
His restraint is worthy of the performance. We just hadn't used that clip in a while, so I wanted to throw it back. I can start if you guys want with my pick. I'm all in on Sinners. I think that should be the winner for Best Picture. I'm as much as I enjoyed F1, I'm not sure what it's doing on this list.
I
don't always need 10. Like it's nice to be able to go up to 10. I don't know that we need 10 all the time. So maybe they're trying to negotiate a contract with Apple to add the Oscars.
We should go back in time and look at and make a list of 10 best films for every year because
like The Dark Knight, that year The Dark Knight couldn't get in. Okay, do you guys have a pick?
I think it's Sinners. Just from all the previous award shows that have happened already. I think it's for Best Picture. I think it's going to come down to One Battle After Another.
Jeff, how many of these have you watched? Do you know?
I've only seen Sinners and Marty Supreme. Oh, I've seen Frankenstein. 3 of them. Okay. So, but I think. Yeah, I think Sinners is going to take it.
Having it now on Peacock if you want a bummer. If your day's going too well.
Yeah.
And Begonia's not a bummer?
It's a different type of bummer, and the way that it ends is like, oh, okay.
Isn't Begonia's on Peacock, isn't it? I think it's on Peacock right now.
Yeah. Peacock.
I've only seen Sinners, and quite honestly, I feel like whatever wins this year is going to be a litmus test because I haven't seen Hamnet, but I feel like Sinners deserves to win and should win. If these two movies had been up in the 90s, Hamnet was the lock-in because the Motion Picture Academy loves them some fucking Shakespeare references, right? They would have picked Hamnet.
it would have been a Harvey Weinstein picture, and he would have murdered anybody who did it.
Right, and they would have just been lauding Weinstein. I'm hoping they pick Sinners. I'm just saying. I'm really hoping they do.
I am gonna need to watch Frankenstein, Josh.
I do think
I
Sinners
didn't see that. It's on my list. That and Begonia both are on my list.
In the same way that Timothée Chalamet may have scuttlebutted his chances, I think that Sinners, like the thing at the BAFTA or whatever those awards where they had the
incident with the guy that had
the incident with the guy.
Yeah,
I think that turned everybody around on like Sinners. I think Sinners is always in the talk, but I think that won a lot. Sinners a lot of
goodwill,
votes.
maybe
goodwill, yeah.
White guilt,
very much, yeah.
But do you want to use all the white guilt to cash in on a movie?
That's the only place where it's like a Dave and Buster's card. You can't use it everywhere, unfortunately.
Wow. Yeah. That's too real. That is too real.
Right. Clay, do you have a pick? I feel like I know your pick, but
what do you think it is?
Oba.
One battle
after another. It's just fucking amazing. But here's the thing that breaks my brain is the performances in Begonia blow me away. Like Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone should win. That movie's amazing. And again, I'm not diminishing Sinners at all. Sinners is like 5-star, top-notch, great performances. It does everything a horror movie should do and more. And when you get into researching just even the fashion that's used in it, you learn more about it. So it's got so much to it. But man, one battle after another is like, it's like 2 movies in one, because you get that intro, you get that incredible driving scene that I think is going to be iconic at the end, the roads, everything about it. Like, and fucking Sean Penn, man, we're going to see Sean Penn used as a reference for every person that gets fired in this administration over and over again. So I see it just being a repeat of that. And that's just the implications of this film. I loved it. I think it's amazing. And I'm not a Leo DiCaprio fan. Like, I don't go watch his movies. I could maybe name 3 movies of his I've seen.
But he finally played a character.
Then let's make Clay list out some Leo DiCaprio movies. I bet you can get to 4.
I will.
Do you like The Aviator?
Departed, I love, and I own Departed.
Excellent.
I've never seen Titanic. I've never seen The Island. I've never seen Revenant.
Well, he's not on the island. Oh, Shutter Island.
Well, I thought The Island was the movie he did right after Titanic.
No, Shutter. I think The Island is Ian McGregor and.
Yeah.
Unless I'm thinking of a different island. Unless there's another movie called The Island.
Yeah, it might be.
But Shutter Island,
filmography.
Shutter Island he did do.
I've never seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
What about Romeo and Juliet?
No.
Wow, that's good. That's really good.
Clips because I saw the 70s one. I'm like, I know what it's about.
What's the Tarantino movie? The Hollywood Tarantino.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Time in Hollywood. There's 2.
I will tell you the scene in that sold me on DiCaprio.
Django.
Oh, Django. Okay. The scene in that sold me on DiCaprio is when you get the before, the middle, and the end of the scene of him acting in the Western show.
Yeah.
And that entire sequence, I got done. It's like, I didn't realize he could act that well. Like, I've seen him in a bunch of shit and he's a fine actor, but that is like top tier acting. So
Growing Pains.
You got it. There's 4.
You would have been fun in James Cameron's Spider-Man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I would have seen that.
Well, speaking of movies that are not made but could be made by a machine nowadays. All right, so Clay, give us the premise of and please don't tune out. Listen to the man.
Listen to me. Because AI comics are inevitable and they are going to happen. Someone's going to put money behind it, and
Dark Horse.
I feel like private equity is going to ruin Dark Horse. But I've been working on this, with AI on a local computer, so that an AI agent that just runs here doesn't go out to the internet, doesn't hit data centers. So this is an encapsulated AI agent. And I tested a couple of these on my computer, and it was kind of amazing because there are some that will basically are trained on tech stuff. So I was trying to set up a home network with testing things. It would tell you how to fix them. And it's not always right. And sometimes it would break things, but it would eventually get there, and it built things. So it was kind of neat because it would give you the commands to do it. But the one I want to warn you about is called OpenClaw. I installed OpenClaw on an old Google Chromebook that has next to no memory, but it ran, and you tell it what you want it to do, and it will change configurations on your computer at will. And it
Whoa.
is, yeah. So as I was like trying, because I was running it on that computer, but I wanted to connect to from another computer, and I was like, how do I open a port for another computer to connect? And it just starts opening ports for you, and it says test this, and tell me when it works. And it gives you the commands in it, and it actually executes everything on your computer. And at a network level, it could start doing changes that, if it has access to it, could be super scary.
Wow.
But the project that really kind of got me to see this, I sent this to Josh, but this guy on YouTube built his own BMO from Adventure Time with an AI agent that runs locally, and it's on a Raspberry Pi. So it's a small, like 3 watts, I think is all that a Raspberry Pi pulls. So it's not a lot of power. And everything runs locally. And these agents, you can train them on certain things to be technical or specific or whatever. So the idea came up with an AI comic, because what you can do is you can take a ton of art and put it in a library and have the AI train on it. And that's where you find your limitations. So here is my pitch for an AI comic that I think, based on what I learned from this, that is ethical, because we have to set a standard now for it, because it's going to happen. People are going to publish AI comics, and they're going to do it from a bunch of different art. And you're going to be able to tell like how they, what art they pulled from and stuff. But I think if you start crediting the people, that's the biggest thing, because what we have is let's say I want to do a comic, and I'm not that creative. I can't draw, I can't write. So I'm going to use AI to help me. I go to the public domain and I pull a character. The Heap has been in the public domain. Really, they didn't renew his license in the 70s. So that was the main reason he ended up in the public domain. So all of these artwork and issues that exist, you can train an AI on, which aren't that many. And there's only a handful of artists. But what you do is you take all that art and you put it in there and let it learn that. And so when you design a comic, you could go and just do the layouts and have the AI, from what it learned from that art, finish your pages. Pencils, inks, and colors. Here's the problem. What does color look like back then? Not very good. You had the 4-color system. This led me into a deep dive of color correction and color layers in how comics are done. And you start learning the color guides. And so I was like, can you steal a color guide? No, because it is not published material. It is in-house private stuff. So all the DC color guides they started doing in like the 70s and 80s are like proprietary to, DC. But
and their printers, I would assume as well, right?
Yeah.
And
so you could use AI to a point of like writing a story, and you could have, but I'm not saying write it. I'm saying like, I want to write a story about the Heap. So I just start typing out like, the Heap comes to Florida, meets this person. They had this adventure, the end. And then I just send it to AI to format it into a screenplay. Not add anything, just format it, put it into a comic style. So there's my story. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to sketch the layouts, and I'm going to use the AI to finish it, pencils and ink. And then I'm going to have to color it myself, because the color is not an option at this point because it looks so ugly back then. And then I'm going to credit the writers and the artist in my published book because their work was used to train that AI model. And that's where we're going to have the biggest problem is if people are using AI models, what are they training on and how'd they get there? Because if you're going to tell stories, you could train it on like Chris Claremont's X-Men and just have it write like 50 more years or whatever. But it's not going to be good. Like you're going to get a lot of bad stuff in it. And that was the thing that I saw when I had the instances running on my computer was it'll give you stuff and then it'll fail and fail and fail, but it'll get better. So even if it writes or draws, or I mean, really in this instance, I'm just having it draw, there's going to be mistakes. So you're going to end up fixing a lot. But I think in the end, if you use AI on this level, you could make a comic that could be ethical as long as you credit where your library came from and what your AI did to help you do that story. Because you're never going to see these creators ever written about ever again. That character will live forever, but you're never going to hear, like, do you guys know who created the Heap?
It's back there somewhere in my brain.
I've never heard of the Heap until now.
It's
so.
not. I mean, it's not Gerber or anyone like that, is it?
No, because it was way early. It was like
it's not Don Simpson, is it?
I thought the Heap was that big trash pile from Fraggle Rock. So.
Yeah, Mark Stein, and he doesn't even have a Wikipedia. That's the thing that blew me away was like researching some of these characters, in giving them credit. If you're using their content, they can kind of live forever. And that's the only way I feel like that this can be done is if you're going to say like because the Heap came back. The Heap's been written in Image and Spawn. It was done by Eclipse when it came back. So people are going to take this content to where they don't have to write any or do anything new or creative. I think we need to set a standard, and that standard needs to be your libraries are trained on people's work. You need to credit them in everything you do. And if you're going to credit them, they need to be created by. So if I could publish a comic, I could take a public domain comic, train it on the existing art that exists there. The only thing that I'm doing is using the AI to help me format the story, not write it, but it is drawing and inking it. And at the end, I'm crediting the writers, the artists, the inkers that all the content was drawn from, because their name will last longer if it's done this way.
And this is already all from the public domain, so there's no licensing or no royalties owed to anyone.
Right. Now here's the thing. You can only earn money on the changes you've made to that character. So AI only repeats what it knows. So you have to write new content. You have to, your drawings may be based on that art, but like, are you changing the character? Are you adding new people to it? Like that's the stuff where you make money from it. And that was the one piece that I found was like, you can't just fully take a character and just start profiting. Well,
and Josh, I'll let you chime in since you are the academic and you probably know a little bit more than this stuff, but I guess because you're using the AI tool to do the art and the drawing, and the court has already ruled that stuff is not copyrightable. You can do that, and maybe you can earn money, but that doesn't mean that somebody can't just take that from you now and do the same thing, right? I guess.
Right.
So, Josh,
right.
Thoughts? I know you perked up a few times while Claire was talking, so I'm sure you got a few things to say.
So I love the idea of crediting the creators, right? Like I do feel like, and the idea that like this will help maintain a legacy for them. I think that's a wonderful way of approaching it. And I see how that taps into the idea of ethical AI usage. However, I feel like the Heap is a unique instance because what happens when you get into that area of public domain where the character and the IP is in the domain, but the creators are either still around or did work that is not in the public domain, right? I'm thinking of like the shop system that Eisner ran. And I guarantee there are people that were in that shop system that are well known today, right? But what they created specifically for the shop system may be in the public domain. So it's like I could foresee there being a lot of corner cases, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is this how is this fundamentally different than fan fiction? And is it just AI generating the art, right?
Yeah.
Because and if it fits into that realm of fan fiction, then should there be attempts to earn a profit off this, or should it always be offered freely available? Right? Like I feel like that's where it gets a little tricky.
Yeah.
That would be my thing. Like it feels a lot like Josh said, like fan fiction. And I'm like, if you were to throw this up on your Tumblr, or even if you were to have like a Patreon or something like that, or something that where maybe like, here it is, but if you subscribe, you know, maybe you'll get more things, like how the process works or something like that. So you're not necessarily making money off. You're making money off the whole operation, perhaps, not just the thing itself. Then maybe I think maybe you could kind of
like
for me
you put it on a website, and then your money comes from like the ad revenue from people visiting your website, not so much like they come to watch or read your comic that you made. So
yeah, I just feel like we're headed that direction, and if we don't start saying like credit the creators, tell us the libraries you used,
I do love that. Yeah.
You know, and the creator's name have to be at the top. It can't just be a small print thing down at the bottom, because you're building on their work, even if it's in the public domain, and that's the way things work. Like, I don't know. I just really kind of loved researching all this and going down this wormhole of, because like you said, like with the way you have artists that worked on books, it may have their name, but like other people might have drawn it because they worked under them to help finish out stuff. So so it's not necessarily
pseudonyms, tons of pseudonyms back in the golden age. I mean,
that was what I ran into. It was so cool because like the guy who created the Heap, his name is Mort Leave, and he was more of an ad artist, like you know, from the Mad Men days. He created Mr. Whipple.
Oh, wow.
He's the Starman. Yeah. So like you think about that, like, and he had this extensive one because I think he worked in the ad agency, and in it, the guy that wrote it, Mark Stein, had nothing. And I was kind of like bummed out that like the legacy of some of these people will never be carried on, but people will steal their story ideas and AI art and anything that's out in the public domain. I mean, I know I haven't convinced y'all to buy it, but I have convinced you that like we need to at least set some laws, because there'll be people who will print books based on other people's work.
Yeah, I am fully on board with that aspect of it. Like we do now. When you get into the like away from the specific, which quite honestly is the only way I've been in support of AI, is when it's very localized in the knowledge it's pulling from, right? Like I really like that. I think that is in itself an ethical use of AI, right? It's a dumb example, but the first moment where in my brain I was like, oh, I get how I would like this AI. I was looking at one of the RPG publishers released a thing where they put in all of their lore for their setting, and then said, if you are running in this setting and you're a GM and you something like, oops, I didn't prep for tonight's session, you can go into their AI and be like, spit me out a 1-session adventure in this locale, and then it'll just knock it out for you. And I'm like, that's pretty cool, right? But it's only using their stuff and they're authorizing it. So
I think the key right now is if you build these libraries and based on stuff, that's the thing to sell, because then people can use that to like create whatever they want. That's the scary part, because you can take any kind of copyrighted content out there and just feed it in. I do want to show you what kind of inspired this part, because this guy, is this adding to the stage?
I can. Yeah. Sorry. I had the other one.
Oh, that's okay. It was like locked. I was trying to show this guy's YouTube channel. So this guy created a BMO and posted it, and it is what kind of inspired me to do this entire piece, because the second video he put out a few days ago were people complaining that the voice didn't match BMO from the cartoon. And his ethical point was, well, I'm not going to just steal her voice.
Nice.
And so he goes down a way to get that voice. So he's like, I know that it's a Korean accent. So he goes out into the public domain for books that are read by Korean women in English. He puts those into the library to compile the accent that BMO has from other things that are in the public domain, and comes up with an almost exact voice for BMO based on just the accent and kind of an idea of it. But again, he pulls all this stuff, he trains it on a library locally, and it's able to be reused. And I think comics are going to be kind of viewed that same way. It's just a matter of like how much we're going to put up a barrier to it.
Well, you heard it here, kids. Keep your AI local.
I will say every time I hear about that closed network, I imagine like one of those water tanks that you attach to a coffee machine, where you just attached it to like your computer, and Clay just has to keep filling it up every time the AI runs. And you kind of percolates down.
And so, well, I'm going to use his BMO image and create my own locally run AI. And so I bought a Raspberry Pi 5, and I'm trying to get all the parts for it. I'm going to make a MODOK. And
nice. I love it. I love it.
So I might holler at you for some 3D printing. and then I'm just going to set a screen and see if I can get a local AI agent. And I mean, I could train him on MODOK comics. I could train him on like just dumb shit. But like, it's kind of cool to see what this guy did, because it's a very technical. Really, I just wanted to help me do technical stuff. That's the biggest thing where I have to research. And when I'm doing stuff and you have to go through forums and find things, an AI can find that and reference and link you directly to where it found the information so you can verify it. So
how do I create a PDF?
I did have an odd experience. So my wife is like very pro AI. Like I mean, in very select ways, right?
Yeah.
And
only the really bad ones, though. That's the problem.
Evil domination.
Yeah.
She keeps putting in, AI, create me a better husband. I don't know what that means. But anyway.
The Weird Science sequel.
Update Josh 2.0.
I've seen The Fly. This is going to go beautifully. Anyway, we wanted to create a specific app for our daughter to use. And I have Android Studio installed, and she, like me, runs an Android phone. So I popped it up and it had Gemini built in. And I was like, I wonder. And so literally I took a prompt and I dumped it in there. And I said, write a Android program that would do X, Y, and Z with these metrics. Hit start. Literally had it running on the side of my screen while I checked email, and it would just go through, and then it would check itself. It'd be like, oh, wait, we caught this error. Do you want to approve this? Sure. And I did that for like 15 minutes. And at the end, it dumped out an APK that worked. And I was like, this is a little weird. Like, I'm kind of glad I didn't go into coding, because I would be fucked right now. So
yeah. It's cool because you can get answers, but man, when you break stuff, like it.
Yep.
I mean, I've had the AI run on that Chromebook and just shit out and just stop. So I've had to reload the image multiple times. But that's the cool thing, because it's all just there, and it won't break anything on the network.
Yeah.
So far. But like, if it has access, that's the scary part. I do like that it thinks. Like when I would send it technical questions, it has a light font of what it's thinking.
Oh,
and then it goes into stating, well, let's try this. And then it gives you like 3 steps, and it goes, oh, or you could do it all in one line command like this. Let me know how that works. And then I just send it error messages as it goes. Oh, okay, we can fix it with this. Like it just is.
We did get a transcript of some of those thoughts, and I did catch that it said, "Gain Clay's trust, and then kill him." So if next week we see a Clay that is moving a little more robotic-like, we'll have to send somebody to your house.
It'll be like, greetings, all listeners of next issue.
It'll be consistently, and now time for Clay's AI corner. AI is great. Everyone should adopt AI.
He's not even moving his mouth.
Oh, I want a MODOK so bad. I mean, because I don't even have to train it on a voice. It's just going to be a robotic voice that says, MODOK does as it wishes.
Oh, here's a little preview of that.
I love it.
All right. Well, let's move on to our other segment that. So, I don't know how much you guys know about. I guess if you heard all this, let us know what you think about that, the ethical approach to AI in the comments. The next thing I want to chat on is next week we are getting 3 new titles from DC Comics, DC Next Level. In the meanwhile, Marvel's just canceling titles left and right, but that's
right.
Not what we need to talk about. Can you
Marvel previous level?
Josh, when you get to the chapter of how these editor-in-chiefs were getting ousted after a couple of years, can you let me know? Because C.B. Cebulski's been working at Marvel for a long
time.
Yeah,
and how did the scandal about him writing under a fake Japanese name not convince them to not put him in this role?
He did an apology. He did an apology right before he got hired.
I am so shocked.
It's just the content that we're getting. I'm just like, well, maybe he inherited, but there is a point where it's like, where's your new stuff that's good?
Yeah.
You would think after months of sales sheets of DC just dominating the top 10 in both monthly like floppy sales and now in graphic novels, like their trades and graphic novels, like all the stuff in the Absolute that's coming out, like all that stuff is top 10. Yeah. Marvel doesn't have anything in the top 10. Like Spider-Man. Spider-Man barely hanging on.
Life.
But it's and the thing is, it's usually Ultimate Spider-Man that's hanging on for your dear life, and it's going away. It's gone away. It's done. It's over with.
Yeah. So,
all right. How are EICs not handled like sports ball coaches?
Yeah, they should have terms.
Yeah, right. Well, or just like, oh, your sales are plummeting. Get out of here. You know, like. Makes no sense.
Get your golden parachute and get out of here.
Yeah, the editor-in-chief can be replaced with AI.
All right.
Most CEOs actually could be replaced.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that would save the most cost.
I made a quick tier list.
Ooh, nice.
And I'm going to give you some information because I'm sure, you guys may not know exactly what's going on, but there are 8 DC Next Level titles that we know, creative teams and stuff like that, and a little bit of a premise. So I prepared 5 different tiers. The first one at the top, Gimme Now, which means you want to read it now. Then we have Add to Poll, My Check Number 1. We'll wait for Hoopla, and then Not For Me, because you guys know we're positive here. We understand that not every comic book's for everyone.
Yeah.
So let's start.
Actually, wait, hang on. Before we start, Danny, for those listeners who are definitely not me, who may not understand what this new initiative is, can you give us just the elevator overview? Like,
I'm going to give you something better. The website where I'm reading it from. Big shout out to How to Love Comics, a website that is doing everything I would love to do in comic books.
There you go.
Telling people how to read comics. They have a great article on the guide to DC Next Level. So, spinning out of the DC KO event, DC Next Level is a public initiative featuring comic book series of underutilized and fan favorite characters curated by Scott Snyder. So all these books are going to be kind of curated by Scott Snyder. Now, there has been some talk that these are all white characters for the most part. So that's something DC needs to address and it's looking into. But for the purposes of this exercise, We're just gonna talk about the ones that are already out and confirmed. Starting with Lobo, which is gonna be written by Scotty Young with art by Jorge Corona. This is gonna be following Lobo, a bounty hunter back in the new series. This time around, he's on a gust-soaked journey to end the universe. So expect plenty of mayhem on this one.
Give me now.
Yep, give me now. We haven't
Well,
had a
good
good
for you.
Lobo book in ages.
Yeah,
Lucky
I
for
think
you.
the future is Lobo.
Lucky for you, you can pick this up at your shop next week because this one's one of the books that is out next week. So,
Nice.
Jeff, I'm gonna assume you agree. I guess if not, you have already been kind of on the over. In your opinion.
I was gonna say I'm not a huge Lobo, like I've never gone all in on a Lobo title before. But I did add this to my pull list, so it definitely is on the pull list. That creative team is amazing.
Yeah,
and it is definitely the thing that like a new Lobo book probably would have not just gotten me to go nuts on a Lobo book. But that creative team, I'm definitely in. So
Eisner Award winning team from Middle West. Go check those books out. They are kind of sad, but they're very, very good.
They are. Yeah. They're like fables.
Yeah,
emotionally sad.
Emotionally, yeah. All right, next we have Batwoman. This is the return of Greg Rucka with art by Danny, who you may have seen in The Invisible Men recently from Image Comics. Kate Kane is on a mission to stop a religion devoted to ending the world. However, that will involve facing the demons both figuratively and literally. And of course, Alice is back in this book as well. So I want to put that one on pull list just because of the team and the character. But I don't know if you guys have any stronger
It's
thoughts.
also been added to my pull list. So
okay.
Well, I'm out. I was gonna say might check number 1. That's where I would put it, but I'm outvoted unless
Clay's
up.
It is Greg Rucka, and that's like
that's what makes me bump it up. Yeah.
And Danny, Danny's art is woo.
Yeah. If you haven't checked out Invisible Man, you should. Okay, cool. Next, the last book that's coming out this week, and I specifically did not read all these to not be biased because we do have access to them. Shout out to DC. That's another one of the reasons I keep like harping on Marvel is because they won't return my emails. But Deathstroke the Terminator is also coming out this week, written by Tony Fleeks from what's the cat book called? Strays?
Feral.
Strays is the dog book. Sorry.
Yeah.
Stray Dogs.
Tony Fleeks with art by Karma and Jen Domenico.
Just did that Thing comic.
That Thing comic?
Yeah, the Thing miniseries. I thought that was Tony Fleeks.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, okay. So I'll let somebody else kick us off on this one. Where do you guys want to put that one? Deathstroke the Terminator. I like that they're bringing back the Terminator name.
I like him, but not on that book.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, not even reading it, just go, I don't know if, I'm sure he can write the character, but it just seems from the previous stuff that, I don't know.
Koei only likes his work with animals.
Yeah, I like violent Disney-like animals, but Deathstroke's violent already. We know that. So, maybe he's going to take it over the top.
Okay.
I did hear him describe it as, I can't remember which serial killer he said, but he was like, it's as if Michael Bay did a movie on this one specific serial killer. Is how he's pitched the book. I like Tony Fleeks. Again, Deathstroke is not a character I really cared too much about.
Yeah.
I might check it out, but
maybe wait for Hoopla just based on everybody's kind of. And by this, I mean like Hoopla or DC Universe or whatever.
Yeah, I'm still interested.
At some point, my pocketbook has to give. That's kind of where I'm at with this one.
True. Well, either way, those 3 books are coming out this week. So tune in later on, probably on Wednesday, for a full review on all those things. Hopefully, I'll have enough time to do that. Because DC, because of DCKO finishing, all the DC titles kind of have new arcs starting, and it's a good jumping on point for a lot. So I did a lot of videos this week for that. And they're really they're good to really good to great. Like there wasn't anything where I was like, I'll never read this again. Like everything was at least
wow.
up. So it's good stuff.
And in a weird, like as much as I complain about how crappy Marvel is right now, thank God they're crappy because like I'm hardly buying any of their books.
Yeah.
But like DC is making up for everything because I'm just like, oh, another amazing creative team on this book. Okay, I guess here's another book I have to add to the list.
Yeah. See, the only Marvel books I'm buying currently, other than Fantastic Four, are the Spider-Man spinoffs.
Okay.
I give zero shits about the main line, but the spinoffs are great.
Torn and Noir.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think both of those are wrapping up soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they are.
Torn is done.
Right.
Yeah, Torn's done.
Yeah, Torn is done. Next up, The Fury of Firestorm. This is going to be by Jeff Lemire.
Oh,
That is either give me now or add to poll. Like I love me some Firestorm.
Well, let me
because
give
that is not going to be a regular superhero book.
Yeah, nor should it be.
For the viewers. Bedford, Colorado was a small, sleepy town that is until Firestorm arrived and started causing havoc. He's using his nuclear powers to turn buildings into sand, people into glass. I thought he couldn't mess with biological stuff. Interesting. Very strange behavior.
New team.
Yeah, very strange behavior for someone who's meant to be a hero. What has compelled him to commit this, and can anyone stop him? This sounds like a pull.
That's a give me now, actually.
Give me now.
Give me now.
Give me now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Lemire makes it top tier, and I love Firestorm, but there's not really essential Firestorm I can recommend.
Yeah.
This might be it.
Yeah. I like that Jeff's pull is like doubled in size when at the announcement of all these books.
I went through this last week and wrote down because I wanted to give my comic guy, like, let's just start from like scratch. Like I'll write down everything that I want pulled, and it is smart. Like it was
a few months
crazy.
ago too, and it is nice to refresh your pull list.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we have Zatanna. This is written with art by Jamal Campbell. I don't know if it's connected to Campbell's previous series that he like just wrapped up last year, but in this one, Zatanna has become the first Prime Magus, which seems to be DC's equivalent of Sorcerer Supreme in a millennia, and her new role is in this ongoing is to oversee the world of magic. So Zatanna, Sorcerer Supreme. That's what I'm hearing from this pitch.
Wow, his art is amazing.
Oh yeah, Campbell's art is
ridiculous. Great.
And his previous series was very well received. I haven't read it. I read the first issue and they went to Gem World, and I was like, this is something I'm gonna have to come back to because I don't have room in my life for Gem World right now.
I got through about half of that first series, and I was just like, I do not know enough about the DC Magic verse to get into it, so I'm out on this one. I love Jamal Campbell. I love Zatanna. I just had no idea what was going on in the series. I was just like, I don't know what's going on.
I'm torn between might check number one and add to poll because I love Zatanna. I love I love the idea here, but I am also very much a grounded Zatanna. Like I love that Black Label miniseries from
a
year and a half ago. Yeah.
Bringing on the house.
Yeah. And so I want to check it out, but if it goes like deep, like I never read Amethyst. So if it goes deep dive into Gem World, I'm fucked.
Well, that was the previous series. I don't know that this one will. Clay, do you have any thoughts to see? Because right now I'm kind of between Jeff's not for me and Josh's add to pull list. We're kind of in my check number one. I don't know if you have any strong feelings either way.
The art is amazing. Like when someone's art is this good, I kind of want to pull at least the first issue. So I'm going to say might check out number one just to see the vibe of the book. But I definitely would probably read it on Hoopla.
All right, we'll leave it in my check number one just for that, and the fact that we don't have anything there yet. So it works out. Okay, cool. Next, I think we talked about this a little bit when we were going over some news from Comics Pro the other day. And I'll put it here first for now. Barbara Gordon Breakout. This is by Mariko Tamaki with art by Amanke Noewelpen. Barbara Gordon, the former Batgirl and Oracle, has been arrested for aiding the Bat family. She has been shipped off to Supermax the prison that GCPD Commissioner Vandal Savage has created for anyone who opposes him. Now she is surrounded by dangerous criminals and corrupt guards. I do remember thinking in the last one we were going over this, that it was a Rorschach situation. Like, I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me. Like,
Yeah.
from Barbara
Right, right.
So I don't know if
There was
anybody
also
has-
like there was supposedly a Green Arrow movie that had been scripted and made the rounds. It never got obviously produced, but it had the same kind of like premise where Oliver Queen got arrested and he was just him, fighting in jail. Like,
I remember this. This is not for me. That's where
No.
I'm gonna put it. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. That's what we do. That's why we have different perspectives. I'm gonna. Well, I'll stick with my check number one. So we'll keep it. So it might go to the hoopla. But Clay, any opinions on this one?
I definitely want to read it, so I'm going to probably check it out on Hoopla because I know that they had a premise a while back that was going to be a Green Arrow movie that was Green Arrow and Supermax, and I always loved that idea. But I'm like, Barbara Gordon in one. I'm kind of into that idea.
I love that Clay zoned out that Jeff just said the exact same thing 2 minutes ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know if you guys heard, but there was a Green Arrow movie that was supposed to come out.
That happens all the time, and I just like, okay, let's just see. Hopefully, I can catch it back up because I'm doing stuff on the computer for the show. Like, I know you guys are talking, and hopefully, I get all the context. But yeah, that was really funny. Yeah,
I will. There's a small group of comic fans who are still like upset that Barbara Gordon can walk again. That they're like, and there is a theory that she might go back to being paralyzed after this. Because maybe something happens while she's there. If something important happens in this series, I'll probably go back and read it, but I don't think I'm gonna read it right.
Have this group of fans? Oh, I'm sorry, Danny.
No, go ahead, Josh.
Have this group of fans never read Silver Age DC? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm like, let a girl be happy.
I understand the need for representation of like differently able people.
Yeah.
But the stories are still there of her doing all this other time, right? So
also, I'm not a big fan of the way she became disabled.
There
so I'm
you
just
go.
like, that's where I'm just like, why would you want to? Yeah,
which was not even canon for a long time, from what I remember.
Yeah,
I think
it was not supposed to be canon. So I'm just like, I have very complex feelings about that.
Yeah, it's definitely a topic probably not to be mostly handled by us. So we'll leave it to you guys to discuss. Let us know your thoughts on that. Okay, next, and I feel like I have a feeling where this one's gonna end up, but I still need to ask. This is the Deadman by W. Maxwell Prince and Martin Morazzo.
Give it to me now.
The creative team behind Ice Cream Man and of course Superman Kryptonite Spectrum comes back in this book after the events of DCKO. The balance between life and death is in disarray, with souls in a dangerous loop of ghostly derangement, and the only person that can help is Deadman.
I didn't read KO, so am I immediately KO'd out of this series?
That's the beauty of a lot of these books. You don't need to have read KO. You should read KO because I think it's a fun event, but you don't. But Martin Morazzo, W. Maxwell Prince, like,
I don't think Deadman was even in KO, really. Like,
no, Deadman wasn't in KO. This is just like, we should come up with maybe Maxwell Prince had a pitch of like, and a few months ago, my friends over at IRCB, they had Martin Morazzo on when he was wrapping up Superman.
I love that book.
Yeah, it's
so
really
much.
good.
I love that book.
And he mentioned that him and W. Maxwell were working on maybe another pitch for DC, and now I'm figuring out that it was probably this. So I want to put it in Give Me Now just because I love that creative team.
I'm kind of into Give Me Now, just based on the team. Yeah,
I'm gonna put it above Firestorm. Sorry, Firestorm. No,
that's all right.
No. I mean, we don't get it.
I'd put it above Lobo.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm kind of with Jeff on this one. I would put it. Yeah,
I mean that
Lobo?
if any,
Oh.
yeah, because if any creative team can top Lobo's creative team, it's going to be the team from Ice Cream Man.
Yeah.
Bite
That's
me,
true.
fanboy. Lobo for life, and Jason Aaron will create another epic run that people will go, yeah, but did you read that run? So
Yeah, you
They're
bastard.
both going to be depressing, so you know.
Yeah.
Of Lobo, you
Actually,
think?
all three of those. Jeff Lemire writes depressing books. The Scotty Young writes depressing books. Martin Morazzo writes. All three of those top tier books are.
But does Scotty Young? Okay, hang on. Let me back up. But I feel like the Scotty Young and then the Ice Cream Man team, they might write depressing stuff, but it's always couched in fun. Right?
The Ice Cream Man book is not as the couch is like very.
See, I haven't
old
read
and
Ice
very beat
Cream
up.
Man, so
You should.
The Middle West book about child abuse is pretty fun.
I haven't read that either. My only experience is that Superman Kryptonite Spectrum, and that was fun as hell.
That was a Scotty Young book. And look, I know he does I Hate Fairyland, and he does the fun little, you know, QB covers or whatever you want to call them. But he can get pretty gnarly in some of his themes and what he's exploring. So
The Me You Love in the Dark about abuse and.
Yeah. Are we gonna? Is Lobo gonna finally confront his own trauma?
Oh my god!
So yeah,
Lobo,
I think so.
who hurt you?
Lobo's gonna be like, "Am I the bastard?" Oh my god!
That's brilliant.
Well, if we see it on the comic, I'll tell you. I haven't read it. All right, I promise. Which really does me a disservice because now I'm really behind on reading. Okay, last for now, I'll give you some of the other titles that are coming up, but we don't have creative teams or pitches or anything like that. The last one, so this one I had to kind of put together a cover myself, so it would be in the same format. This is the new Teen Titans by Kyle Higgins and Danielle DeNiculo. This is the same creative team behind the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Shattered Grid, where Red Hood will join a group of hyper-capable teens in the search of missing superpower teens. This is probably one of the books that is the longest to come out, so we don't know much about that. And I fully understand if this book ends up in a specific tier because I feel like this pitch is not for everyone.
It is not for me at all.
We'll put it here. I'll still probably check it out because I do like that team, but I understand that this may not be up y'all's alley, and this is a group effort. So, okay. Some of the other books that are not been announced to kind of wrap this up, and maybe we'll do this again once more books and teams are announced. There's going to be a Legion of Superheroes book, a Doom Patrol book, a Jonah Hex, Etrigan the Demon book, and a Shadow of the Bat. So
who's doing these?
And so we don't know yet. That's why I didn't put them on the tier. We didn't have covers. We don't have any information. So it's hard to get excited if we don't have
my dream casting, if you will. My dream team for Shadow the Bat is the same team that did Dark Patterns. I would that would be a give me now level if that was the
Dan
case.
Waters, Hayden Sherman.
Yeah.
I had heard a rumor that the Shadow of the Bat book was supposed to be maybe a possible continuation of those alternate universe Batman that happened in the
I hope so.
Oh, that would be cool.
I hope so. Fun. I recommend the Night Fight book if you haven't read it. So if you're gonna read DC, hold on, let me put us back on here. If you're gonna read DCKO, I recommend at least checking out the Night Fight tie-in series because that one follows Batman on his journey from issue 1 through issue 5 of DCKO. Highly encourage you to check that out. So, but there you have it. That's how we feel about that. We got a little bit of time. We have about 10 more minutes. I do want to do a reaction to the latest Street Fighter teaser that we got to close out the show. So, Josh, Clay, since you guys aren't usually on the Sunday show, is there anything else you watched, like maybe like a movie or a TV show?
Yeah, let me look. I feel like there was a trailer that came out recently. I was like, oh, we got to get this on the show.
I saw that on the. I think I saw you mention that. It's what is it?
I'm blanking. Let me go back through our chat. 'Cause now
I have one. I can fill time while you're looking.
Go for it.
Yeah, Video Haven on Criterion is a documentary about the video store and just that time period of life where you could go to the movies and what the video store was, not only as a business that we would go visit, but what it was in movies and how movies portrayed it. It goes deep. It's 3.5 hours long. It's too long. It should be like 2 hours, but it almost like shows every scene where a movie rental place is in a theater in this film. It's narrated by Maya Hawke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I saw a YouTube trailer for this the other day. Yeah,
it's really good. I mean, of course, it gets into Clerks and stuff like that. Plus, it's VHS month on Criterion, so Clerks is on there. Videodrome, worth checking out. But this documentary is worth watching.
I found it. I'll post the YouTube link as well, but we can do it after yours.
Sure. Okay, we'll close out with those two. I will say, if you follow me on Letterboxd, I'm currently doing my Road to Doomsday rewatch of the MCU. This week I watched Thor and Captain America: The First Avenger. So Avengers is next, and I'm very excited to rewatch that. And if you haven't seen the SNL with Ryan Gosling, like, you're doing yourself a disservice because it's really good. So I don't normally watch SNL anymore, but
okay. But have you? Nobody here has seen One Battle After Another, right?
I have.
Okay. Did you see the commercial for the at-home game SNL did for that?
I did not. I did not see that. No.
That sounds amazingly like a bad idea kind of level commercial.
All right, let me see.
Have you seen the Happy Fun Ball sketch?
Yes. Do not taunt Happy Fun Ball. I say that way too often in daily life.
Nobody knows what you're talking about, but
yeah, thank you. Between that and the couple's toilet, those live rent free in my head. So, or bad idea jeans. Those are the three.
Also, that Super Colon Blow is up there.
Super Colon Blow is good. Yeah.
Oh, I guess that Street Fighter thing is not a real trailer. This is for actually the game, so we're not gonna watch that. Instead, we will watch Josh's video.
I just want to set this up by literally saying what I said in chat to you guys, which is I had never heard of this. YouTube organically popped it up, and I've never gone so quickly from I've never heard of this to, oh my God, I can't wait to watch this in the space of one trailer.
All right. Oh, I've seen this thumbnail. I just don't know what it's about. Okay, cool.
Oh, this is great. Okay, I'm excited.
Great. Before we close out, is there any other thing before we look at this trailer? I think this was fun. I like that we'll probably do something like this every once in a while to get caught up with whatever Josh and Clay are watching and reading, and also so they can figure out what, because I know they watch the Sunday show, so they are very much aware of everything that Jeff and I are reading.
Always.
So
never fail to miss.
That's why every show has at least 2 views.
Clay was in there the other day yelling at us.
I do need to try and make the Sunday show, so I'm gonna every week.
I know it's earlier in this. Can I say this latest time change really messed me up?
Yeah.
Like I woke up too early. It was horrible. I hated it. Can we stop moving the clock around?
It's the only reason to move to either Arizona or Indiana is that they don't have daylight savings time.
Oh, but Arizona is a boiling cauldron of heat, so
that is
I
true.
guess Indiana it is.
That is true.
Although let me research their state income tax situation before I make any news. All right. To close out the show, then let's check out this trailer for Mike and Nick and Alice. This sounds like one of those shirts.
Yeah, I
just like-
know. I am so hyped to see you guys. Has anyone else seen this?
I
No,
think
I
I've
haven't
heard
seen
of
it.
this.
Okay, all right. It's best to go in just cold.
Okay.
All right, cool. Is this the best layout for this? Hold on. There we go. All right, let's check it out. Oh, Disney Plus.
Yeah, I was
Parental
shocked by
control
that too.
advice. What is this thing? All right, let's check it out.
Open the glove compartment.
Oh, I have seen
Chloroform.
this.
What? You don't know what chloroform is? Should I know what chloroform is? Have you ever seen a movie? Yeah, I've seen many movies. And have you ever seen a movie with chloroform in it? Okay, just listen to me. You're going to ring the doorbell. Somebody's going to answer the door. Before they can get out a single word, you take that rag that's soaked in that shit and you cover their nose and their mouth. Oh, that's chloroform. That's chloroform. You could have just said the wet rag thing. It made it easier. Fine, great. Do what you call the wet rag thing. Hey, Mike. This is confusing. What the fuck are you doing? This is your idea. What's happening? I'm you, but I'm from the future. I came back in a time machine. You sound insane. No, I understand. I want to try to right some wrongs here, but there's a person that could fuck this whole thing up, and that person is me. I thought you were a clone.
Well, clones aren't real, dummy.
And time machines are super grounded in reality. Yeah, obviously. The first time that we went through tonight, Mike died. Oh, fuck. But that's why I'm back. We get one chance to fix it. Okay, so who killed me? Have you ever heard of the Baron? He's a cannibal assassin. Hello, hello, hello.
Oh God.
You look delicious. I don't want to be eaten, Nick. No, I agree. It's not an ideal situation. Hey, Nick! Oh, come on. You killed the DJ? It was a moment, and then accidentally, it was an accident, but then I shot him.
You accidentally shot
I
him.
shot him, and it wasn't on purpose.
Oh,
All right.
That does
Well,
look
what the
fun.
heck?
I am so hyped for this thing.
That looks good.
I hope it is.
I was wondering why the closed captioning looks so weird, and it's because the link you sent me is for 20th Century UK. You and your Britbox takeover. YouTube knows
okay.
you prefer things. No, it's fine. I was just like, and then the little parental advisory thing at the top. I was like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
That's not America. There wasn't.
Those Brits.
Those Brits
Oh,
labeling
man.
everything for content warnings.
Yeah, that cast looks amazing. And even like I showed it to my wife and we were like halfway through and she's like, is that Vince Vaughn? I'm like, I know, I didn't recognize him at first either.
Have y'all seen Assault in Cell Block 99 with Vince Vaughn?
I've heard of it, but I haven't
Yes.
seen it.
Violent fun.
It's from the same director that did Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
If you like your violence bloody.
and if you want to see Vince Vaughn as a kind of like a PI, there's a show called Bad Monkey on Apple TV.
Oh, yeah.
That I think is also based on a book called Bad Monkey. It's
Mhm.
pretty good, and I think it does have a monkey. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched it.
I think it's based on a Carl Hiaasen book, isn't it? Or am I wrong?
That sounds right. That sounds right, and I'm not gonna look it up. I'm gonna let the audience look it up and tell us in the comments how wrong Josh was.
Fantastic.
Well, you're our book reading expert, so we go to you now for those.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's too much
literary-
responsibility.
Oh, we call you Mr. Library.
I should not.
Mr.
That-
Library wears 2 monocles.
That's right. And they're held by one single frame. So, yeah. Speaking of that, I'm working on a video because I went to Barnes and Noble to pick up a few of the books that I have read. So check it out. I'll yeah, that should be out later on. A bunch of reviews. I shot too many videos this week that I was like, I can't put them all out. I can't put out 10 videos on one day.
You need to figure out a way to hang your books like they do comics on the wall. So you just smack a book up on the wall with like a full-on Moby Dick.
These paperbacks are a little more expensive than I thought they would be. Like $20, I would expect maybe like a hardback, but I guess that's the book base, you know.
That is, yeah. Paperbacks are mainly between 15 and 20 now, and hardbacks are 30, 35.
Yeah, I did
30 to 40.
Let me see. I did pick up
back in the day, though. Back in the day.
I did pick up the Hail Mary one as a hardback. And can we please stop putting stickers on the books that are not real stickers?
Dude, I know.
That sucks.
Is that a common complaint? I mean, #1 New York Times bestseller, author of The Martian. I know that. I don't need to know that. And also, why doesn't this have a dope ass thing under the dust cover?
Marketing people are terrible. They just put fake stickers, and you can't even get quality covers anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, this was $32, but I got the Barnes and Noble thing, so like, there's some discounts there. But cool. All right. When I went to renew it, the lady, the lady at the counter was like, you've been grandfathered into our old thing, so like, would you like to update this? And I was like, yeah, I guess I had to, because I used to get a lot of Funko Pops from Barnes and Noble back in the day. So that's why I had. No, don't worry, I wasn't buying books back then, guys.
Danny clarifying it for the audience.
I
wasn't there for the books.
It was all calendars. I just bought a ton of calendars.
I wasn't there for the books. I was there for the Funko Pops and the restrooms. Hey, nice. It's usually a good like if you got to make a stop. You could you could go to worse places.
The issue is
level toilets.
No.
Yeah. It's like a tier.
The problem is we all learned, you can't pull a George Costanza in the Barnes and Noble restroom. They will catch you with that giant art book that you have to now buy. So.
Yeah, no, I bring my own. It's on my phone already. So, all right. Well, that's how we all want to close out a show. Talk about our potty habits. Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't know what we're doing next week. We'll find out. Maybe I might have a video for Project Help Me at some point, but we're gonna try to all watch it and maybe do a full show about it. So.
I'm heading to the comic book store, and I'll put Lobo on my pull list. We could talk about one of the new books.
And like I said, if you don't find it,
I know that got pulled. I just need to run out there.
If you guys don't find the magazine, let me know. And also, I'll be at Zeus probably in the next 30 to 40 minutes.
I did pick up a copy of that magazine. I just
get me a copy of one of everything.
Ooh, at Zeus, that gets expensive. They got really nice variant covers. So, okay, cool. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
The most important thing in life will always be
Bill Bebo.
Twitter loves you.
Simon Sender, get the fuck out.
All right, bye.
Get out of here, you weirdo.